Welcome to Did You Know? Today we're meeting the plant that bites back, the Venus flytrap, nature's very own living mousetrap. Are you ready for a wild ride filled with trigger hairs, electric zaps, and a diet of absolute doom for unsuspecting insects? Let's get snappy. So, where does this botanical beast come from? Did you know that its scientific name is Dionea muscipula, and it's a true American original? This plant is incredibly picky about its home, native only to a tiny 100-mile radius in the coastal wetlands of North and South Carolina. You won't find it growing wild anywhere else on Earth. Let's talk about its looks. A full-grown Venus flytrap is actually quite small, usually growing about 5 to 12 inches tall. The real star of the show, of course, is its iconic trap. Each leaf is a hinged jaw, a perfect little clamshell of doom, lined with sweet-smelling nectar to lure in its prey. Inside each Venus flytrap, you'll see a striking red interior. That's not just for show. It reflects UV light, acting like a neon sign for bugs, screaming, "Hey, free food over here!" And on that red surface, you'll find the secret to its snap: 3 to 6 tiny, almost invisible trigger hairs. These are the plant's sensors, its tripwires. Speaking of which, a healthy Venus flytrap can live for an impressive 20 to 30 years in the wild. In the spring, it sends up a tall stalk with delicate white flowers. But here's a pro tip for growers. If you want your plant to focus its energy on making bigger, stronger traps, it's best to snip off those flower stalks before they bloom. It's all about prioritizing that predatory power. Now, for the science behind the snap. This is where it gets really cool. The Venus flytrap has a surprisingly sophisticated system. One touch on a single trigger hair is just a tease. The plant ignores it. It could be a raindrop or a piece of debris, but 2 distinct touches within about 20 seconds, or one hair touched twice in that same window. Snap. That's the signal for action. How does it work? Touching those hairs generates a tiny electrical charge, an action potential, similar to the nerve impulses in our own bodies. It's like the plant has a mini brain and a short-term memory. Once the signal is confirmed, the Venus flytrap slams shut in just 1/10 of a second, literally faster than you can blink. It's one of the fastest movements in the entire plant kingdom. After the initial snap, the Venus flytrap seals itself tightly. Glands on the inner surface then start pumping out digestive enzymes. This acidic cocktail slowly liquefies the insect's soft tissues over the next 5 to 12 days. Once the meal is fully absorbed, the trap reopens, spitting out the dry, empty exoskeleton, ready for its next victim. But the flytrap is also a picky eater. If the prey is too small and can wriggle out, the trap will reopen in a day or so. If the prey is too big and hangs out of the trap, it can't seal properly, and both the leaf and the bug might rot. It's a delicate balance. So what's on the menu for this carnivorous plant? In its natural boggy habitat, the soil is very poor and lacks essential nutrients like nitrogen. That's why it evolved to be a predator. The bugs are basically living fertilizer. Its typical diet consists of ants, beetles, spiders, and of course, flies. Occasionally, a larger, more ambitious trap might even snag a tiny frog, but that's a rare and often fatal meal for the plant. Let's bust some common myths. Venus flytrap. First, no, it does not want to eat your finger. When you poke a trap, it might close, but it will quickly realize you're not a struggling insect and reopen. Human skin doesn't provide the right chemical and kinetic signals to trigger full digestion. And the biggest myth of all? Feeding it hamburger. Please don't do this. The high-fat content will cause the trap to rot and can kill the plant. It needs live prey because the insect's struggles after being caught are what fully stimulate the digestive glands to start working. Now for a more serious topic, the survival of the Venus flytrap. Sadly, this incredible plant is listed as vulnerable by the International Union for Conservation of Nature. Its biggest threats are habitat loss from development draining its native wetlands and illegal poaching. The wild population has dwindled to fewer than 35,000 individual plants. The good news is that most of the fly traps you see for sale in stores are ethically propagated in labs through tissue culture, so you can own one without harming the wild population. Like many plants, the Venus flytrap also has a yearly cycle. It goes through a winter dormancy period. During this nap, the Venus flytraps will turn black and die back, which can be alarming if you don't expect it. But don't worry, this is completely normal. The plant is just resting, and it will regrow new vigorous traps in the spring. It's no wonder Charles Darwin himself was fascinated by this plant, calling it one of the most wonderful plants in the world. If you buy one, make sure it's from a reputable, legal source to help save the snap. The Venus flytrap is living proof that plants can be predators, and incredibly patient ones at that. Were you shocked to learn it has a 20-second memory, or that the myth about it eating your finger is false? Let me know your favorite fact down in the comments. If you enjoyed this journey into the world of botanical predators, be sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and ring the notification bell for more of Did You Know's Green Wonders. Coming up next time, did pitcher plants really evolve to drown ants in tiny toilets? Stay snappy and stay curious, crew.